Good morning all. In the last video, I was discussing about the velocity time graph, distance time graph, and from distance time graph, what we get? Also from the distance time graph, we get the velocity by measuring the slope of the distance time graph or displacement time graph. And then in the from velocity time graph, we can get the acceleration by measuring the slope of velocity time graph. Also, from velocity time graph, we can find the displacement covered by the body for a particular time. Okay, so now see, now in the today class, we will start the equation of motion by graphical method. So how we will derive the various equation of motion using graphical analysis. So let us start. Suppose a body is starting motion. So when I tell the body starting motion, that means we have to take time is equal to 0. So starting motion means time is equal to 0. Let the body is moving or let the body is starting with some velocity, let us say u. So what is u? U is initial velocity. U is initial velocity of the body. So it may be 0 or it may be non-zero quantity. Okay, so body is starting with initial velocity u and it is moving with constant acceleration. The body is moving with constant acceleration. So this body is moving on a straight line. The body is moving on the straight line. So let it start from A point and it moving with what acceleration? Constant acceleration. Okay. So that is uniform acceleration. That means in equal interval of time, the velocity increases by equal amount. That is called constant acceleration. So let after t is equal to t time, body reaches at final position, that is at V, where the final velocity is V. So V is the final velocity of body after what time? So after t is equal to t. So after t time, the body acquires a velocity of v. And during this t time, the body covers s distance or displacement. So s is equal to total displacement covered during this total time t. Okay, so I told since it is a straight line motion, the magnitude of distance as well as displacement all are constant. But practically we are taking all the quantities are vector quantity. So I am not writing the arrow mark. So you have to consider this is vector quantity. Okay. So now we will find the relationship between various terms like initial velocity, final velocity, displacement covered by the body, acceleration and time are called equation of motion. Okay, so equation of motion is the relation between u, v, s, a and t. So now we will derive, there are different types of equation. So with this we will start. First we will draw the velocity time graph of this moving body. Okay, so I told you, I have given u is the initial velocity, v is the final velocity, s is displacement covered by the body during total time t. So now we will draw the velocity time graph. Clear? So now see, suppose this is the velocity axis, this is the time axis. Clear? So this indicate this is t is equal to 0. So let's say this point is our O, and here body at t is equal to 0, the velocity of the body is u. At t is equal to 0, the velocity of the body is u. So let us say this point indicates A. So now since acceleration is constant, as time progresses, velocity also gradually increases uniformly. That is, velocity is directly proportional to time. As time increases, velocity also increases. Now if you draw the velocity time graph, it is a straight line. not passing through origin, because here initial velocity is not zero. Here initial velocity is some non-zero value having u magnitude. So the velocity time graph will start from this A point. So let after t is equal to t time. So this is t is equal to t time. So after t is equal to t time, body reaches at which point? B point. Okay. So this is the velocity time graph for this type of motion. So now you see, let us say, so you draw a horizontal line to this line. Let us say this point is C, this point is D, this point, this is O, this is A. Okay. So now let's say this angle is theta. This angle is theta. Okay. So now we will find first equation of motion. First equation of motion. What is first equation of motion? So it is the relation between u, v, a and time. So relationship between u, v, a and time is called first equation of motion. So how will you find? Now you see in ABD triangle, ABD is which triangle? Right angle triangle. So in ABD right angle triangle, what is tan theta? So tan theta is nothing but the perpendicular divided by base. Perpendicular is equal to BD and base is equal to AD. So tan theta, we know in the video lecture 3, we have discussed tan theta is equal to P by B, perpendicular by base. Okay, so here tan theta, what is tan theta? Tan theta is nothing but the slope of velocity time graph. And we have already discussed the how you will find the acceleration from the velocity time graph. So in the last video. So here the slope is nothing but the acceleration. The slope is nothing but acceleration, which is equal to tan theta. So here acceleration is equal to BD by AD. BD is nothing but BC minus CD. And AD is nothing but OC. So that implied acceleration A is equal to BC. What is BC? So this you see the final velocity is V. Final velocity is V. Initial velocity is U. So this BC is nothing but V, because BC is taken in vertical axis and this BC magnitude is equal to V. And what is CD? CD magnitude is equal to OA magnitude, which is equal to U. So V minus U by. What is OC? OC is nothing but time. So what is the total time? O to C, it is T. So T. So from this I can say V minus U is equal to AT, or V is equal to U plus AT. So this is our first equation of motion. This is first equation of motion, where it will give the relationship between initial velocity u, final velocity v, acceleration a, and time is t. Okay, so this is called first equation of motion. Clear? So now we will go to second equation of motion. We will start second equation of motion. So what is second equation of motion? Second equation of motion is it will give second equation of motion. So second equation of motion will give the relationship between distance covered, initial velocity u, acceleration a, and time taken t. So second equation of motion gives the relationship between s, u, a, t. Clear? So here how will you find the distance covered? Now you know in the last video I had discussed from the velocity time graph you can find the acceleration by measuring the slope. So I applied that principle on the first equation of motion derivation. And second, from the velocity time graph we can find the displacement covered by the body. Okay, how? Now, so displacement covered by the body can be found by calculating the area below the velocity time graph. Suppose this is the velocity time graph. This AB indicates velocity time graph. Under velocity time graph, whatever area is coming, that is below AB and above time axis. So this is OABC, this area will give the displacement covered by the body during what time? T time. Okay. So now you can say distance or displacement covered by the body is equal to area below velocity time graph, area below velocity time graph, which is nothing but area below velocity time graph is what? AB. So area below AB and above time axis. Okay, so that is equal to area below AB means what? It is OABC area. This total area, this total area. So this total area is our distance. Okay, so this is the total area. So total area is nothing but area of OABC. It is a trapezium. It is a trapezium. OABC is a trapezium. So this area is nothing but area of, you see, the total area is equal to sum of this OADC. OADC is what? Rectangle. And ABD is what? Triangle. So area of OADC rectangle plus area of ABD right angle triangle is the total area below AB graph. Now, if we will able to find the area of this rectangle as well as a triangle, then we can find the total displacement covered by the body during what time? T time. Is it clear? So take a screenshot of this. So now we will find the first we will find what is the area of OADC rectangle. Area of OADC rectangle. So what is the area of a rectangle? Length into breadth. So the distance covered during T time is equal to area of this OADC triangle, which is equal to length. Length is nothing but OC and breadth it is OA. So this is the area of rectangle. And what is the area of ABD triangle? Half base. Base is what? AD into height. Height is equal to BD. So that is equal to OC is nothing but time and OA value is nothing but initial velocity u plus half AD. What is AD? AD is nothing but OC, which is equal to time into BD. So what is BD actually? BD is equal to BC minus CD. So BD is equal to BC. So what is BC? BC is equal to V minus what is CD? CD is equal to OA, which is nothing but U. Okay, so that implied S is equal to ut plus half t, and we know from the first equation of motion A is equal to V minus U by t. That implied V minus U is equal to AT. We have derived in the first equation. So now put in place of V minus U, put AT. So if I put in place of V minus U as AT, then my equation of motion S will be ut plus half AT square. Okay, so this is our second equation of motion. This is second equation of motion. Always remember, whatever in the parameter are given are taken in this equation, all the parameters are vector quantity, not scalar quantity. Since it is moving on a straight line, the magnitude of velocity and the magnitude of the speed all are constant. That's why we are not writing the arrow mark, but actually we should write the arrow mark. So actually S is not distance, rather it is displacement. U is velocity, vector quantity, A is vector quantity, that is we have to write in vector form. So we are not writing the vector because it is a straight line motion where distance or scalar quantity magnitude and vector quantity magnitude are same. Okay, so this is the second equation of motion. S is equal to ut plus half at square. Then come to third equation of motion. So from the third equation of motion, so what is third equation of motion? It will give the relationship between final velocity v, initial velocity u, acceleration a, and distance or displacement covered s. So the relation between u, v, a, and s is called third equation of motion. So similarly here we will find what is the distance covered during t time. So I have already told distance covered during t time is nothing but area below a B curve, area below velocity time graph. So we can say that the total distance or displacement covered is equal to area of OA BC trapezium. I have already explained area of OA BC trapezium. And we know what is the area of a trapezium. If we will refer to your geometry mathematics chapter, so the distance or area of a trapezium is equal to half into sum of two parallel sides, sum of two parallel sides into height, into height of the trapezium. Okay, this is the formula. So now according to that formula, the area of OA BC trapezium is nothing but half into sum of parallel side. So in this trapezium, OA and BC are the parallel side. So I will write sum of two parallel sides, that is OA plus BC, into height. Height means the distance between these two parallel sides, which is nothing but OC. Clear? So which is equal to half into OA. This OA length represents what? Initial velocity u. Plus BC length represents what? Final velocity v. Into OC represents what? T. Okay? Again, from first equation of motion, we know v minus u is by a is equal to t. Because v minus u is equal to a t, or v is equal to u plus a t, that is known from the first equation of motion. So now in place of t, you will write v minus u by a. So now s is equal to half into v plus u into t. So what is t? T is equal to v minus u by a. So which is equal to 2 into a, take outside. So a plus b into a minus b is nothing but a square minus b square. So v plus u into v minus u is nothing but v square minus u square. So now I can say the s, the distance covered, s is equal to what? So you see, s is equal to 1 by 2a v square minus u square. Or I can say if you multiply, cross multiply 2a with s, then I will get 2as. So 2as is equal to v square minus u square. Okay. So this is the third equation of motion. That is v square minus u square is equal to 2as. So this is third equation of motion. Third equation of motion. Is it clear? So let us now will start the distance covered in nth second. So distance covered in nth second. In your NCERT syllabus, this distance covered in nth second is not given. For your competitive examination, you have to prepare this. So now we find what is the distance covered. What is the distance covered in nth second? In nth second. So how will you find? Suppose a body is moving from a point and it is starting motion, means t is equal to 0 with what initial velocity? U initial velocity. And it is moving with a constant acceleration. A is equal to constant. It is reaching at which point? B point, where final velocity is equal to v. Where final velocity is v. Okay. So now let us say we will calculate distance covered in nth second. Distance covered in nth second. What do you mean by distance covered in nth second? So if you take an example in cricket, so suppose India score, the score of India in 50 over is equal to 256 run. So score in 50 over is equal to 256. Then score of cricket, Indian cricket team score in 49 over is equal to 245 run. So now tell me what is the score in the last over. Last over means what? 50th over. So score in 50th over is equal to score in 50 over minus score in just before 50 over means 50 minus 1 over. So that means the score in 50th over is equal to score in 50 over minus score in 49 over. So score in 50 over is equal to 256 and score in 49 over is equal to 245. Then what is the difference? Difference is equal to 11. That means India scored 11 runs in the 50th over. So taking this example, in this case also, then what is the distance covered in nth second? What is the distance covered in nth second? Okay. So now see, I can say, suppose this is the point P where time is equal to n. That means this is the motion is starting here, t is equal to 0. So from t is equal to 0 to t is equal to n, distance covered by the body is Sn. So what is Sn? Sn is equal to distance covered in n second. Distance covered in n second. Okay. And before n second, let the time is equal to what? N minus 1. Just 1 second before n, what is the time? N minus 1. So during this n minus 1 second, what is the distance covered by the body? S n minus 1. So S n minus 1 is distance covered in n minus 1 second. Okay. So now tell me, if the distance covered in n second is Sn, distance covered in n minus 1, just before to n minus 1 second is Sn minus 1, then what is the distance covered in nth second? So this is the distance covered in nth second. This is the distance covered in nth second. So what is the distance covered in nth second? How will you find? So I can say distance covered in nth second is equal to distance covered in n second minus distance covered in n minus 1 second. Okay, so this is the distance covered in nth second. So what is the formula? You see, so using this formula, you know what is the second equation of motion? S is equal to ut plus half at square. S is equal to ut plus half at square. So now what is Sn? Sn is equal to, here time is equal to n. So now according to this formula, Sn is equal to u into, in place of t you write n, plus half a n square. And what is Sn minus 1? Sn minus 1 is nothing but distance covered in n minus 1 second. So which is equal to u into t, in place of t you write n minus 1 plus half a into in t you have to write n minus 1 whole square. So which is equal to u into n minus u plus half a into n minus 1 whole square is equal to n square plus 1 minus 2n. So which is equal to un minus u plus half a n square plus a by 2 minus half a into 2n. 2 cancel, that is an. Okay. So now we will find what is the distance covered in nth second. So distance covered in nth second is nothing but Sn minus Sn minus 1. Sn minus Sn minus 1. So we have already calculated Sn is equal to un plus half an square minus Sn minus 1 is nothing but un minus u plus half an square plus a by 2 minus an. So now simplify this. You see, this is un, this is minus un. Okay, so un minus un cancel. So if you will remove this bracket, so this is the value. If we remove the bracket, what will happen? So I am writing here un plus half an square. Remove this bracket, so you will get minus un, minus minus plus u. Here minus half a n square. Here it is minus a by 2. Here it is plus a n. Okay. So now you see this plus un minus un cancel. And plus half n square minus half n square cancel. So we got we got finally we got. So every time you take a screenshot so that you can write these things on your note. So now you see Sn. So Sn is equal to, we got u minus a by 2 plus an. Okay, u minus a by 2 plus an. So here it is u plus, you take a by 2 common. If you will take a by 2 common, so from this a by 2 common, you will get what? Minus 1. And here if you will take common a by 2, you will get 2n. So now see, u plus a by 2 into 2n, 2 cancel, that is an. And here a by 2 minus 1, minus a by 2. So this is the formula of Sn, this is Snth. Distance covered in nth second is equal to u plus a by 2 into 2n minus 1. So you have to remember this. Okay. So I got 4 equation of motion. So I am writing in the summary. So what is the first equation of motion? So first equation of motion is your first equation of motion. So I am writing again. You see, the first equation of motion is equal to V is equal to U plus AT. This is first equation of motion. Always remember these are the vector quantity. Though it is not given arrowhead, but you have to assume this is vector quantity. So V is equal to U plus AT. Second equation of motion is S is equal to UT plus half AT square. This is second equation of motion. Third equation of motion, V square minus U square is equal to 2AS. So this is third equation of motion. Then distance covered in nth second is equal to U plus A by 2, 2n minus 1. This is your equation number 4. So you have to remember these 4 equations. So these 4 equations you will start from class 9th and it will continue for your professional career also. Okay, so at least when you will do the degree, so up to 12th class you will always use this. And to get any professional degree, you have to apply this formula in various numericals. So you have to remember this is very, very important. So you remember always this equation of motion. Clear? So now you see, we will consider the different case study. Case 1. When body starts from rest. So when body starts from rest. So when body starts from rest means what? Initial velocity is 0. So if we put initial velocity is equal to 0 in the above 4 equation, you will get V is equal to, put U is equal to 0 in all the equation. So V is equal to 80. So this is the first equation motion. Second equation motion, S is equal to U plus half a t square. Put U is equal to 0. So half a t square. Third equation motion, V square is equal to 2as because U is equal to 0. Snth is equal to U is equal to 0. So a by 2 into 2n minus 1. So this is the case when the body is starting from rest, that is initial velocity is 0. Then case 2. Case 2. So when body starts with uniform motion, what do you mean by uniform motion? Uniform motion always relates to the velocity. If the body moves with constant velocity, that means initial velocity is also equal to final velocity, which is equal to constant. So in this case, if initial velocity is equal to final velocity, if velocity is constant, then acceleration is equal to 0. If acceleration is equal to 0, then what will be the first equation? V is equal to U, because acceleration is 0. Then what is the second equation of motion? S is equal to ut plus half a t square. A is 0. So S is equal to Vt. You know S is equal to Vt. V is equal to S by T. So this V is equal to S by T, that formula is only applicable if the body is moving with constant velocity. But if a body is moving with acceleration, then you have to put S is equal to ut plus half a t square. Okay. The third equation of motion, V square minus U square is equal to 2S. So here V is equal to U, so 0 is equal to 2 into A is also 0. So everything is 0. So this is third equation of motion is 0. So fourth equation of motion, Snth is equal to U plus A by 2, 2n minus 1. Since A is equal to 0, so Snth is equal to U. So from this equation, you will little bit confusing because S represents the distance In meter, u represents the velocity which is in meter per second. Actually, this equation is dimensionally correct. So it will be proved during class 11. You will prove how the dimensional formula of SN and dimensional formula of u are same. Okay. So with this we will conclude this class. So in the next class we will solve some problems on this. Okay. Thank you.